is Johnny Fisher hopeful, optimistic with a possible fight with Frazer Clarke in 2025? Have you guys seen it? Let me counterpunch. I think that that's a fight that Frazer Clarke would want, but I don't know if it's now. You know, I think, to call out wounded fighters knowing that they have, jaws wide shut, I don't think it's a good idea. I think, Frazer needs time to recoup. He needs time to check the chin. He may need a tune-up fight. He may not want a tune-up fight because, Anthony Joshua was, became known for those particular jump right back in him. Hearing guys like him and guys like Errol Spence, they were known for jumping right back in there and doing what they do, and I think, if anything, Frazer Clarke is a guy that may need or may want that, but I wouldn't want to push him out there with someone that fresh and hungry, because one thing about Fisher, he's a power puncher. And he's a gifted fighter, and he's that new kid on the block. And what happens with these new kids on the block? They seem to want to make a statement. They're amped, they're motivated, they're fresh, they're hungry. Those guys like that are some of the most dangerous people to fight. You know what I mean? Like, especially when they get momentum going. Like, look at Daniel Dubois, for example. He was that guy. Joe Joyce was another guy. He was kind of a late bloomer, really. But he was that guy that seemed to be unstoppable at a certain point. Like, who's going to stop this guy? Johnny Fisher is that guy that's on the verge of that particular realm. And Frazer Clarke coming back and fighting someone like that is not recommended by me because, again, he's wounded, and I know he's optimistic and he doesn't want to retire. And why should he? He just got caught with a good shot. This is boxing, okay? It happens, okay? It happens. People get their jaw broke all the time. All the time. Muhammad Ali, guys like that. Muhammad Ali and Victor Ortiz got his jaw broke. A lot of people got their jaw broke, bro. Their jaw, that happens. And I think that Fisher wants a name. He needs a name. Those guys need names, especially these UK guys that are in the shadows of these other fighters. They need that name, and like, it's one thing to call out the winner of that fight, but it's another thing to call out the loser. And I like the optimistic approach, because a lot of times people just forget about the losers. But remember, the guys that lost made the people that won who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really think that, throwing someone under the bus just because they took a loss is like, hey, yeah, they're losers and they can't be redeemed. Okay, that's the reason why we have the famous or infamous redemption list, so they can jump off the list, not because they got put on the list. It's because we need to bring them off the list. Okay, so I think, if anything, Johnny Fisher, Frazer Clarke at this point is kind of undetermined based on the injury. You know what I mean? He may go in there and don't like how his jaw feels when he takes a shot. You know what I mean? It may be one of those things, but we have to figure that out, when the time is right. And I don't think the time is right now. I just don't. But Johnny Fisher, I'm glad that he's calling out guys like that. But, at the end of the day, Frazer Clarke deserves the time to heal. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Johnny Fisher, hopeful, wanting a fight with Frazer Clarke by 2025. Hell, it better be late. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.